We have seen HTML in last class. In web technologies, we have HTML. Why HTML? HTML is a hypertext markup language. When we need to create a design and develop dynamic web applications, we go for a HTML, which is a hypertext markup language. And to apply the styles means to change the look and feel, because HTML is a plain text. Whatever text you are giving, it's just going to display on the UI. So to make it more user friendly, to make it more look and feel, to add the styles, we use a CSS, stands for Cascading Style Sheets. And then to make page as user interactive, for example, I click on save button, what should happen? Suppose I click on clear button, what should happen? All those things will be handled by JavaScript. So this is about web technologies. So we have HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These are all the web technologies we have. So in this, we have seen what is HTML and what is CSS. And along with that, so we'll see some simple JavaScript operations today. Okay. So let's continue. So what I do? So here we have the page, like different types of pages, like HTML table we have created last time. Okay. Similarly, like, so this is my path, right? So now what I do, I want to create a new file. What is that file name? New file. So file name like simple or first JavaScript program. So I'll say with .html as my extension. Now this is my HTML program. For example, I have a HTML tag. I have an open close tag. So here I have head. We'll have a title. Make like JavaScript program. And we have a body. Table. tr td first name, or let's take a label. Guys, if you are getting any doubts, let me know. I'm thinking you are understanding. Label, first name. I'll take one more row. Here I'll take a text box. Text id equals to tag first name. Second name. First name or middle name. Equals to button. Id equals to submit. I'll take one more button. Reset. Value equals to submit. Value equals to clear. So now let me run this page. So where is this? This is my program. Right click, open with a Chrome. So we could able to see this. See, this is a plain text. We don't have any colors, background, styles, nothing. So to make this page to more beautiful, we'll go for a CSS. So how to write CSS? For example, I have a table, style. This is called inline CSS, which is a bad way of doing applying styles. We should not do like. So background color, provide like this. So instead, what you can do, you can use a internal or external CSS. So what is internal CSS? For example, here we will use a script, styles. So here, either you can create a class or a ID. For example, you need to create a ID. You will give some ID to this table. ID equals to my table. So if it is a, if you give ID, if you write a style to ID, then it can be applicable for only that particular table. So background color and white. So and then, so here we should not write like this. This is called inline styles. So this is called embedded styles. So this is background color. So now we can also create one class. So class, for example, give like VGRD, my style, something like this. We'll just give a class name. Class name you have to give like this. Dot class name like this. So what other styles you need to apply? For example, font color, font size, font family, font size, medium, font, uh, like that. So now let's refresh. We could able to see the changes now. Now I want to apply some padding to it. So padding, so we need to know four things. So this is, for example, padding. First is padding top 100 pixel, padding right 0 pixel, padding bottom 0 pixel, padding left 150 pixel. So what is this here? Left, sorry, top, right, bottom, left. This is how we are going to apply the style padding. Let's comment this. So now after apply the padding, let's see the changes. So this is padding. What is padding? Along with background, it will move the content only. Background keep remains same. So I don't want padding. I'll just do the margin. Instead of padding, I'll just do margin. So the element only will move. So from left, I want to move little more. From left means this is, let's move like 350 pixel. like this. So this is my HTML element. Now I want to apply some fonts to this button. For example, color or background color. For example, this ID, for submit ID, I want to give one background color, ash color, green. So now both buttons will have a different background. So I want color should be for both. I want to give same color. How I can give? So what I can do, color white, font weight bold. Okay. For both the buttons, I want this. So now the code is duplicated. So I got the things like this, but code is duplicated. If code is duplicated, now how I can make this? So I can create one class for it. btn bgrd button background, something like this. I'll create a class. So now I am going to keep the common CSS whatever I have. I'm going to keep inside the class, so that instead of the ID, now we are going to call with the class name. Okay. So this class name, we want both the buttons. Let's apply the class like this. Class. And similarly, same way for clear button also, let's apply the class. Now let's see the page. It should be same now. Yes. Okay. This is my text box, and here I have two buttons and submit and clear. So now let's implement the functionality for submit. So here what I'll do, on click of this particular button, submit button, what should happen? Get full name. So this is my method, get full name. So here I need to read the element from get full name. Okay, I need to get. Okay. So first I need to read the first name. How to read this? Okay. So how can I read this? Here, go to inspect and check the value here itself. So this is my first name. Okay. I want to read this value. For example, first is there. So here how you write document dot get element by ID. Why ID? So I am reading with ID dot value 3. We got the name. So same way we have to do it for other text box. So how you are getting where or let. So there are two types of declarations we have, let and where. Let first name equals document dot get element ID first name dot value. So what is let here? Let is a local scope, means which is a block scope which you could able to access within the block, where we have a open and close brackets in between. You could able to access this let. Similarly, middle name first name. Now, similarly, we need to make it for middle name and last name. So we got the names now. So here what I do, where full name equals first name plus middle name plus last name. Color full name. Now refresh this. No, mark. So once I click on the submit, I could able to get the full name. How it is going? So let's do the debugger if you want. So here keep debugger. I could able to see. So what is first name, middle name, last name, full name, and same thing we are giving alert. So here what is where? Where is a global scope. Means outside of this block also we could able to access this value. Okay. So now outside of this, if you try to print, okay, for example, there is one if first name not equals to undefined. For example, if you do like this, and inside the block, let's assume you have the last name and middle name. Suppose if you do like this, or full name, if you do outside, you will get the error because last name and middle name only available within this scope only. Outside it can't access. That is called local scope. So if you give where outside of the block also, you could able to access. So this is like for names. For example, similarly, I have numbers. How to do? Similar like this. I'll create a new file. lc.html like this. So instead of this first name, I'll give first number. Second number. So this is my function. Instead of submit, let's give like add. Now, if I see this page, this is JavaScript calc will appear like this. First number, second number, result. So add is there. So now what I want to do, I want to read the elements. First number, second number, I'll read it. So by default, it will consider as a string. Okay. Int sum equals to fno plus snO. So instead of int, we'll give the where or let. Okay. So same thing I want to assign to my another variable result sum like this. 10, 20. So we will give the add is not defined because here we have to give the add the method name that you are calling here. And by default, if you do like this, what will happen? See now 10, 20. Now instead of addition, it's to the concatenation 1020 because by default it's considering as string. So now what you need to do, you have to convert. Now let's run this. 10 and 20. Click on add. We are getting 30 now. How? Because we are converting into number now. For example, 5, 15. Click on add. What is first number? 5. Second number 15. So what is sum? 20. 5 plus 15. So same thing we are displaying here. This is how this will work. Let's wind up for now, guys. Thank you.